Deep in the Whisperwood lived a family of adorable red squirrels. Mama Squirrel had 4 kits: Rusty, Chestnut, Hazel, and Acorn. They were the cutest little squirrels you ever did see, and soon they would learn why. It was time for the young squirrels to start their first day at school. But while their mother packed their lunches, they argued over who was the best one. "I am," said Rusty, the eldest. "I'm faster than you." "No, I'm stronger than you," Chestnut retorted. "You're just good at climbing trees," Hazel argued. "Well, I'm not scared of anything," boasted Acorn, the youngest. Mama Squirrel sighed. Sometimes she worried about her kids. When they arrived at school, they saw many other animals already there. There were rabbits, chipmunks, hedgehogs, birds, and even a family of foxes. When the teacher, a wise old owl named Athena, arrived, she asked each student what they would do when they grew up. The answers were quite varied. Some wanted to be adventurers, some farmers, and others, well, they weren't too sure yet. Then came the squirrels. "I will be the best climber in the forest," declared Rusty. Chestnut said he would be the strongest. "The smartest," said Hazel, and little Acorn blurted out, "I won't be scared of anything." Athena hooted softly. Oh dear, it seems like none of you have learned anything yet. Being brave isn't about being strong or smart, it's about facing your fears. You can be strong and still be scared. You can be smart and still be scared. You can be fast and still be scared. But being brave means doing what you need to do despite being scared. The squirrels looked down. They realized their mother had taught them to be proud of themselves, but not to be prideful. Suddenly, a loud crash made them all jump. Barney Bigwig, a grumpy badger, entered the classroom with a furious expression. "Class dismissed," Athena said calmly. "Now, class, this is a good opportunity to practice being brave. Who amongst you is not afraid of the dark? Who will walk into the dark forest and find out what happened?" No one raised their hand. "What about you, Red?" asked Athena, turning to the squirrels. All 4 were shaking with fear. They wanted to say yes, but their legs wouldn't move. Athena nodded understandingly. She knew they weren't ready yet. As soon as school was over, the squirrels ran home. They were scared to go outside again. After all, the Whisperwood was a dangerous place. There were fierce predators like Barney Bigwig lurking around every corner. Mama Squirrel hugged her little ones tightly when they told her about the assignment. "Don't worry, my darlings," she said. "You'll be okay. Just remember what I taught you. Bravery isn't the absence of fear. It's doing what you need to do despite being scared." The next day at school, Athena asked the squirrels if they had thought about what they would do. "We couldn't do it, Miss Athena," said Rusty. "Oh, we're just too scared," Athena nodded. "I understand, but you must try. Otherwise, how will you become brave?" "But how can we be brave?" Hazel asked. "You're very smart, Hazel," Athena replied. "Why don't you figure it out?" Hazel pondered, tapping her chin. "Well, you're very fast, Rusty. Perhaps you could use your speed to get away from danger. And you're very strong, Chestnut. You could use your strength to protect yourself." "Thank you, Athena," Hazel said. At home, the squirrels talked about Athena's advice. They planned to use their talents to face their fear. That night, after the kids were tucked in bed, Mama Squirrel approached Athena. "Thank you for teaching my babies," she whispered. "It takes a brave heart to face one's fears." "A brave heart, Mama Squirrel," Athena repeated, smiling. The next morning, the squirrels were nervous as they walked to school. When they stepped into the classroom, they saw all their classmates gathered in a circle, their faces pale and their eyes wide with fear. "Miss Athena!" cried out Chip the Chipmunk. "Barney Bigwig is loose in the woods. He's dangerous." Athena nodded. "Then we must do something," she said. Who will save the Whisperwood from Barney Bigwig's fury? Who will bring him to justice?" The squirrel siblings looked at each other. This was their chance to prove themselves. "We will," they said in unison, surprising themselves. As they ran towards the forest, their fear vanished. Hazel, the cleverest of the squirrels, knew exactly what to do. Using her knowledge of the forest, she led the others on a chase throughout the woods. Chestnut used his powerful paws to smash the branches that blocked their path. Rusty, quick and agile, jumped over logs and streams. And little Acorn, though scared, kept shouting bravely, "Get back here, Barney Bigwig!" Finally, they found Barney Bigwig by a lake. He had hurt his leg and was hopping on one foot. "Help me," he cried. "I can't walk." Hazel quickly assessed the situation. "You won't hurt us anymore, Barney," she said firmly. "You must come with us." But Barney Bigwig started to cry. "Don't leave me here. I'm scared." Hazel softened. She remembered Athena's words, that being brave wasn't the absence of fear. It was doing what needed to be done despite being scared. Don't worry, Barney, she said. We'll stay with you until you're better. So the squirrels stayed with Barney Bigwig until he could walk properly. In the meantime, they made friends with the grumpy badger. One evening, as they sat around a fire, Barney Bigwig asked, "Why are you so brave?" "We're not brave," Rusty replied. "We're just trying to be." "But you're so good at it," Barney Bigwig said, surprised. "Well, we learned from our mother," Chestnut said. "She taught us to face our fears." "And you face yours, Barney," Hazel added. "You were scared of being alone, but you let us help you." Barney Bigwig blushed. He hadn't realized he had been scared of being alone. The next day, Barney Bigwig was well enough to walk back to school. The whole class cheered when they saw him. "Thank you, Red Squirrels," Barney Bigwig said. "You're truly brave." The squirrels blushed. They had only tried to be brave, yet they were praised as heroes. From that day on, the squirrels continued to face their fears, always remembering their mother's words. They learned that bravery wasn't the absence of fear, but doing what you needed to do despite being scared. And although they never forgot their talents and strengths, they understood that true courage lay in facing their fears head on, helping those in need, and standing up for what was right. Together, they faced any challenge that came their way, proving that with courage, kindness, and a strong bond of family and friendship, they could overcome any obstacle and be whatever they wanted to be. Their story echoed through the Whisperwood, inspiring every young creature to be brave, kind, and true.